How's everybody doing? Hoping you're having a wonderful day. Today, I am glad to be back in our studio, finally, talking to you about what it's like being an adult on a Disney cruise. First things first, if you're new around here, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. Hit that thumbs up so you can help support our channel, help us grow so we can help share awesome Disney content and awesome Disney news with everybody. Then go ahead and slide on next to that subscribe button down below. Click that bell icon so that you're notified whenever we release new videos on Mondays and Fridays. And if you're looking to follow us on all of our various social media networks, they are down below. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all those links. If you want to interact with us, send us a postcard, send us a cool picture, anything like that, go ahead. Our P.O. box is down below. We'll send you something back because we love interacting with all of our viewers, but do not feel obligated. Do not feel like you have to, because you don't. We just want to interact. We want to talk with you, and you can do that simply by leaving a comment as well. So today's topic is Disney Cruise Line and what it's like being an adult without kids going on a Disney cruise. Now, Crystal and I, at this point in our life, we do not have any children. It's just the two of us when we travel. For the most part, we have two four-legged friends that sometimes come with us when we travel locally. But like I said, for the most part, it's just her and I, or maybe some friends whenever we travel. So the reason I wanted to do this topic was because recently we've been telling people that we're going on a Disney cruise, which, if you're new around here, we are heading out on a 5-night Disney cruise on the Disney Wonder here in the beginning of November, and we cannot wait. We also got 3 days in Disneyland for the first time. We're going to Disneyland for the first time beforehand, so we are doing another land and sea adventure, but this time out on the West Coast. So being an adult on a Disney cruise ship without any kids, you're naturally going to get the why are you doing this? Why are you going? It's for families, it's for children, just like you do in the parks, which I made a whole video about being an adult in Disney, which will be in the eye in the sky up here. I never remember what corner it's in, so click on that, but it's okay, just so you know. So naturally, when we tell people we're going on a Disney cruise, we hear, why? You're an adult. Go on Royal Caribbean, go on Princess, go on Norwegian. I have family members who cruise 4 to 5 times a year. Now they're retired, so they have the time to do it, which we don't. We hold 2 full-time jobs, so we can't. But they always are telling me, why do you go on Disney cruise? Why don't you do Royal Caribbean? Why don't you do Carnival? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And my answer to them is the same thing every single time. Why don't you go on a Disney cruise? And then we get on a topic, and I end up sometimes changing their minds, which that's okay. Or I don't, and that's okay too, because everybody has their own thing. Why we choose a Disney cruise ship is because, one, we love Disney, duh. I mean, all those ears behind me kind of tell the story about Crystal, and that picture behind me as well, right? Like, we love Disney. But it's more than just that. It's that Disney thinks about everyone, just like they do in the parks on the Disney cruise ship. When you go on a Disney cruise, you're going to be able to partake in adult-only restaurants, such as Palo, which is on all 4 ships. And if you're on the Disney Dream or the Disney Fantasy, you can go and have an adults-only dinner at Remy, which is a French-style restaurant. Play off of Ratatouille. Get that? Yeah. And one of the things we love the most is that Disney has Quiet Cove, the adults only area of the ship, because when you first get on that ship and you walk out to the main pool area, I will not lie to you. It is crazy. It is insane. There's people everywhere. Everybody's fighting for a lounge chair. Everybody's fighting for the pool. And disclaimer, this was just when we first got on the ship, because that's really what everybody's trying to do, is get to the pool, because maybe your room's not ready, maybe you don't want to eat. So that's really all there is to do right then and there, because they're trying to get all the rest of the areas of the ship ready for the cruise. So they kind of have everybody congregated to either the eating areas or the pool areas. But then the best part of being an adult, when you walk behind that barrier, is you walk towards the aft of the ship and you hit Quiet Cove, because it truly is Quiet Cove. Now, Quiet Cove has everything from poolside bars to hot tubs to one of my favorite things, which is Cove Cafe, the coffee shop. Oh my gosh, that was like our happiness. Like when we got on our first cruise on the Disney Dream last year, and we got on, and I mean, embarkation day is crazy, especially if you've never done a cruise, because I can't tell you enough how like much controlled chaos there is that goes on embarkation day, especially if you've never done it. But when you walk into Cove Cafe and they greet you, and there's like 3 people in there, and you have every coffee imaginable and pastry. It's phenomenal. And you can just sit there and you can watch the ocean and drink your coffee or whatever it is you got. Oh, cannot wait to do that on our trip. Ultimate relaxation right there. Now, I mentioned that it's chaotic with the pools and the lounge chairs and things like that in the main area. And that's going to be on any cruise ship. That's not going to be just on Disney, right? Because everybody's going to do the same thing. Everybody wants to go sit by the pool. Everybody wants to tan. Everybody wants to relax. But when you go behind the barrier to Quiet Cove, I mean, literally one day when Crystal and I went, I'm pretty sure there was like 20 of us in the whole area, and that was phenomenal. And that's on a cruise ship of about 4,000 people. So that was awesome. Like that really helped like with the relaxation factor. Because I mean, 4,000 people in one space, that's a lot, right? Just like the park, it's a lot. But you find your little areas where you can go and escape and enjoy the beauty that is Disney parks or Disney Cruise Line. And for this video, Disney Cruise Line. Then at night, you have dinner, right? Your rotational dining. So if you are an adult and you're going on a Disney Cruise Line, my suggestion is to do the second rotation in the dining because there's less children usually because the parents want to do the first seating. They want to get it out of the way so that their kids can eat, they can go to the show, they can do their night activities and go to bed, which sometimes that's what I want to do. So no problem with that. But if you want to try and have a more adult dinner without having to pay the extra price of Remy or Paulo, that second rotational dining Crystal and I found definitely has more adults there. So you can find that pretty easy. That's no problem. But there will be kids, obviously. Like there's kids everywhere you go on a Disney cruise, and there's no problem with that because part of Disney, like it really is. This is more telling you about how you as an adult can enjoy the cruise when you're by yourself without children. The shows I will say are probably more geared towards the adults. So if you enjoy Broadway shows like that Beauty and the Beast show we saw on the Dream last year, I could go watch that every month. Like once a month I could go watch that show. It is phenomenal. I love stage shows. A really good produced stage show I think is phenomenal, and every show we saw on our cruise was great. I enjoyed every aspect of every show we saw. Now granted, we were only on the Disney Dream for 3 nights, so there was only 3 shows, so we only saw 3 shows. Maybe that was the best 3 shows. I don't know. We're going to find out this time because we're on there for 5 nights on the Wonder, and the Wonder has different shows. So I know the Golden Mickeys will probably be the same, but I don't know what the other shows are. I believe Frozen is in place of Beauty and the Beast, so that's exciting. But again, I love a good stage show. The stage shows are definitely geared more towards adults. So if you are looking for an adult activity, there's one right there. Also, out in Quiet Cove, they have adult-only bars, adult-only nightclubs, things like that. They got the bingo hall where you can go to, and I believe they do adult-only activities there. So there's tons to do as an adult if you want to do adult-only activities. Now also, there's no reason why you as an adult can't go and take pictures with characters. Character meet and greets on the Disney cruise ship are phenomenal. They're 10 times better than they are in the park because the line, even though it seems long because you're on the cruise ship and you're condensed, is not nearly as long as it is in the park because they only let the line build for 15 minutes. Character comes out, you have 15 minutes to get in line, and if you get in line at 14 minutes and it's wrapped around the atrium, you're still in line, you're still good. You will still see that character because that character will not leave until that line where you are at is gone. And you're on a Disney cruise. Like a Disney cruise, you're going because you love Disney and you're going because you love the aspects Disney offers and the care that Disney takes in everything they do. So enjoy that character meet and greet. Really the point of this video, and I hope I didn't just ramble and throw a bunch of things together, is to just let you know, don't be hesitant to do a Disney cruise just because you are an adult and maybe you don't have children. Or maybe you want to do an adults only trip and leave the kids at home. We have plenty of friends that we know who do adults only trips to Disney World. We met a couple on our last trip that had left the children at home. They were doing their own trip in the park. There's no reason for you to not do it on a Disney cruise ship. In fact, I would say there's more reason for you to do it on a Disney cruise ship because there's so many adult only offerings on the Disney cruise ship. Plus, if you love Disney, just go. Let your Disney flag fly. Have fun. No problem in that whatsoever. Just like there's no problem in you loving Disney in your normal life here on land and in the parks, you can love it at sea as well. Well, I cannot wait to share our adventures on this Disney cruise, land and sea adventure at Disneyland, and our 5-night cruise along the Mexican coast on the Wonder. Cannot wait to do it. Once again, I am happy to be here in the studio talking to you once again. Hope you enjoyed all the trips we went on this summer, all the content we brought. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. Hope I made you feel a little bit better about being an adult on the Disney cruise ship that you can enjoy yourself even if you don't have children or you're by yourself without those children. Like I said, if you're new around here, click that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up to help support our channel and help us grow. Leave a comment down below. Let me know, have you been on a Disney cruise without children? Are you an adult that just loves Disney and loves Disney Cruise Line? Write that comment down below and let me know. Make sure you check out all of our social medias down below in the description of every single video we put out. And thank you so much for stopping by. And for the love of the mouse, never forget that it all started with a mouse.